In the 1960s, the United States was experiencing one of the most tense periods in its history. Racial discrimination, poverty, and police brutality against Black Americans were a daily reality. Amid this anger and frustration, a new movement emerged that would change American history forever. In 1966, in the city of Oakland, a revolutionary organization was founded called the Black Panther Party. To some, the movement became a symbol of liberation and dignity. But to the US government, it was seen as a dangerous threat to national security. So who were the Black Panthers? And how did this movement become one of the most controversial political organizations of the 20th century? The story began with two young men, Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale. Both were college students who were deeply angered by the way police treated Black communities. In 1966, they created an organization called the Black Panther Party for self-defense. The idea was simple but shocking for that time: to monitor police behavior and protect Black communities from abuse. Using California's open-carry gun laws, members of the organization would follow police patrols while legally carrying firearms to observe their actions. For many Americans in the 1960s, this was an unforgettable and shocking sight. Members of the Black Panther Party quickly became recognizable by their iconic look. Black berets, dark sunglasses, black leather jackets, and the symbol of the Black Panther. This style was not just fashion, it was a political message. The uniform projected strength, discipline, and unity within the movement. Soon, this image became a global symbol of resistance and rebellion. But behind the revolutionary appearance, the movement had much deeper social goals. The Black Panther Party was not only known for armed patrols. In fact, the organization created dozens of social programs to support their communities. One of the most famous was the Free Breakfast for Children program. At the time, thousands of poor children went to school hungry. The Panthers began serving free breakfast every morning. Within a short time, the program was feeding tens of thousands of children across the United States. They also organized free medical clinics, educational programs, food and clothing distribution, political education in communities. For many supporters, the Panthers represented real social change. But their growing popularity started to alarm the American government. By the late 1960s, the Federal Bureau of Investigation began closely monitoring the Panthers. Its director, J. Edgar Hoover, declared the movement the greatest internal threat to the United States. To weaken the organization, the FBI launched a secret counterintelligence program known as COINTELPRO. The program aimed to spy on the movement, infiltrate it with informants, create internal conflicts, arrest or discredit its leaders. Soon, violent confrontations between police and Panther members began occurring in several American cities. One of the most shocking moments in the movement's history occurred in 1969. In Chicago, one of the most influential Panther leaders, Fred Hampton, was killed. Hampton was a charismatic young leader who had begun building alliances between different activist groups. But before dawn one morning, police raided his apartment while he was sleeping. Shots were fired, and Hampton was killed. The incident became one of the most controversial and symbolic events in the struggle between the government and the Panthers. By the 1970s, the movement began to weaken. Several factors contributed to its decline: government pressure, arrests of key leaders, internal divisions, leadership conflicts. By the late 1970s, the Black Panther Party had largely dissolved, but its impact remained. More than half a century later, the legacy of the Panthers still influences debates about social justice, police violence, civil rights. To some, they were a dangerous radical group, but to others, they were a powerful voice for dignity during a time of injustice. And the question still remains today: were the Black Panthers a threat to America, or a movement that changed history?
In your arms tonight. Well, all right. Somebody take me